or $5 or $10 or 20 or 30. Any of those prices are excellent prices, realizing we just saw $50 silver and probably going to 150 to 200. So again, I would get nervous if all of a sudden the economy around the world somebody came in and was able to change things. That's not going to happen. We've got 5 years to make an awful lot of money in gold, silver, and diamonds. If you do the right thing and get into the hard asset market, you lighten up on your stock positions and take the risk out of your portfolio, keep some cash on hand, we're going to get through these difficult times, but we're going to have a lot of money. And the beautiful thing is, if I'm right, and they do end up raising interest rates, which they're going to have to do. There's only one way, is they have to inflate their way out of what's happening. A weak dollar and inflation, we're going to see much higher interest rates. And if we make our money over the next 5 years, in gold, silver, and diamonds, and put our money away at 20%, we really don't have too much to worry about. Those that didn't do that are sitting in stocks, are going to have a battle sitting in the stock market for another 5, 6, 7 years, just trying to make back whatever money they lost. So again, every market has its time. Believe me, I'm not against stocks in any way. Every market has its time. Right now, the markets are telling you where to go. Gold, silver, and diamonds are going up. Everything else is risky. And the last thing in the world I would do at this particular point is take unnecessary risk.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals. There's only one company that Harold recommends you deal with: Worldwide Precious Metals. WWPMC.com, the website, telephone number 1-866-623-2002 for diamonds, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, telephone number 1-800-432-1022. I want to reiterate, with about 3 minutes left in the show, some of the things that we have in our newsletter that Harold touched on. And I want to add one thing. On the front of the Drudge Report, drudgereport.com, Christine Lagarde, the head of the IMF, coming out on this headline and saying the world is in deep trouble, financial crisis, very, very serious. But as Harold mentioned in our newsletter, Robert Zoellick saying the world in a dangerous period as European turmoil adds to risks. Then on top of it, Nouriel Roubini coming out and saying we are in a worse situation than 2008. George Soros saying the crisis is worse than Lehman. A central banker, Ma Dilan, a vice governor at China's central bank, saying that they're warning of a global economic meltdown and the risks are increasing. Then on top of it, you have Obama last night basically giving a stump speech, coming out with another $450 billion of spending and tax plans to try and spur jobs. It hasn't worked in the past. Will it work again? Ben Bernanke speaking yesterday and saying that the Fed will weigh further stimulus at their next meeting. The Fed's Charles Evans calling for further stimulus. And Mohamed El-Aaron, who is the head of PIMCO, he said the U.S. faces challenges the Fed can't solve. He says the U.S. faces serious economic challenges, including lagging housing and labor markets that will prove resistant to Federal Reserve stimulus efforts. You simply can't overcome these impediments. And he went on to say that these are structural issues and require structural solutions. Responses to financial crises in the U.S. and other countries have to be too cyclical and too dependent on central banks, he said in a speech that he gave in San Francisco. Harold, we have about a minute left. We are in a time where people need to be very, very defensive and very safe in their investments.
I agree with you 100%, and I hope we've made that point. Again, it's getting more and more serious every day. You're starting to read, how things are deteriorating. We're in a domino effect like you've never seen. And again, everything is going to continue to do this for the next 4 to 5 years. Let's be smart about what we need to do. Again, 90% of the money is made by 10% of the people. We need to be in that 10%. And again, it's going to give us the wherewithal to take advantage of undervalued markets, undervalued real estate markets, and again, hopefully take advantage of very high interest rates going, 4 or 5 years from now to where we'll be able to put safe money. So again, I wish everybody a wonderful weekend and a very, very profitable day. And let's all remember 9/11. It was a terrible time in history.
Yes, I totally agree, Harold. And obviously, congratulations on doing the show for 10 years. A lot of people have come out and are copycatting our show, and I guess we should be flattered. But the truth of the matter is, it was Harold Siegel 10 years ago who was making the calls, the tough calls, that have gotten us to the point where we are today, not those people that have come out of the woodwork here in the last a little while. They obviously worldwide, that's the company to deal with. Harold Siegel, that's the company to deal with. On the diamond side, rarecoloreddiamonds.com, 1-800-432-1022. For precious metals worldwide, wwpmc.com, 1-866-623-2002. That's it. Another edition of the World Financial Report on radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall. We will talk to you next week.